Howdy all Muglex Lives. I think it's time to play a little 7 Days to Die. Alright, I still need some more supplies for bullets, so I'm heading out here to get some more coal. Did I turn too early? I turned too early. And maybe some more lead. Not too much, but I have a lot of nitrate powder. And so I should probably get as much going for bullets as I can, since I seem to go through the bullets quickly. Um, But while we're doing this, I obviously got some stories, or at least things to talk about. So the other day, a couple episodes ago, I told a story uh, about Final Fantasy XIV and how we're doing these relic quests, right? And so the whole thing was just bizarre to me because we agreed to play together, right? And I mean that's why we're playing, and uh, and so the one guy, my DM from the other nights, he just throws this huge fit multiple occasions, like at least 3 times when we were talking about relic weapons. He would just go off on this huge tangent. Now the relic weapons are like these huge quest lines, and because we're coming into the game when we're coming into the game, the the relic weapons aren't great for us. All right. They're not terrible for our levels that we're currently at, but they're not in-game content, the versions that we wanted to work on, but we're not at the end of the game. So it's not like they're completely useless or something. And they look pretty cool. And, it's fun for me to do stuff like that. So he was just like, not doing it. They're terrible. I'm gonna wait to do the higher level epic or relic quests, and I'm not working on these low level relic quests, right? Just I mean, he would just go on and on about how they're useless and there's no point in doing them and that you don't even have to do the first ones. And like every time we would get on and we'd be like, so yeah, and you do this part for the relic quest. So I'm not doing the relic quests. They're pointless every time. And so he did go and do a dungeon with me for my relic quest. Um, one day when it was just me and him on, but he wouldn't go talk to one person to unlock the next dungeon that I needed to do. And he's like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna work on any more of your relic quests. I'm gonna go work on my goldsmith." You know what he says this week? He's decided to do the relic quests now. It's like, seriously, dude. You're insane. Insane. Uh, because he decided that maybe he does like the looks of some of the mid-level relic weapons, and so he wants to get the mid-level relic weapon for his glamour book, his glamour weapon. Because you can make a weapon look like another weapon, and so you can get something you like, and then you make it your glamour weapon, and somehow I haven't done it yet, so I don't know. And you attach to that other one, and then so when you equip the glamour weapon, it's got the same stats as the better weapon, but it looks like the weapon you like the looks of. I'm sure eventually, should we play this game long enough, I will have like full glamour outfit because, um, strangely enough, finding a costume for my character that I like the look of is something I do enjoy doing in MMOs. I don't do it in real life. I don't do it in any other kind of game. I just, man, get me in an RPG where clothes show up and I'm just like, I gotta find just the perfect outfit for this character. Uh, yeah, I'm a t-shirt and shorts kind of guy, so I don't wear socks. I barely put on shoes. You know, it's It's my standard outfit, man. I hate when I have to go someplace and put on pants and a nice shirt, good shoes, like when I went to that jury duty. But yeah, it was bizarre that he's just like all of a sudden just about face. I mean, it was like 3 weeks of ranting about us doing these relic quests and how dumb it was for us to do them. Um, I don't, I don't know. It's, oof. But I just thought it was very funny because he was so against it, and now he's like, yeah, I'm gonna do it now. But he's gonna do it without us. Is the thing. He's I'm not sure he really even. It was his idea to do this, and I don't think he wants to play with us. I think he just wants someone in chat while he plays the game. I mean, that's not necessarily true either because he's always playing the game. He's got such high. Yeah, heard you guys, and I was trying to get out of here. Got a little. Oh, was it just that one dog? Weird, because it really sounded like there was a zombie with you, and now I don't see one. How much coal have I got now? 803. I've got like 2,000 nitrate powder. I want to get at least 1,000 coal here. Okay. So the other thing I guess I kind of want to talk about was I finally got around to watching an episode of a new series that looked interesting to me. So when I was growing up, X-Files was on, right? And I really liked X-Files. And um, I honestly haven't seen the new season of X-Files, but I really like the original one. And then I don't know, it didn't go in the direction I expected it to. And they did some really bizarre things with it, to be honest. There was an X-Files movie, and it was like the movie barely had anything to do with the show, and it's just weird to have a movie that had such a big impact into the X-Files world to then not be reflected in the show. Um, I don't know. There's this so a word that I've said before, continuity, uh, seems to be lacking in a lot of things that should really have continuity, and so it gets to be it gets weird to me when something is going on in a show and then it just suddenly isn't, and it's never brought up again. Uh, another example of that is in Star Trek. Uh, in Star Trek, there was a um, so Star Trek is science fiction, and so they've got like this galactic council that does the leading of the Galactic Federation, and in the show, I don't remember if it's Deep Space Nine or Next Generation. I think it's Next Generation, um, which was one of the series. There's an infestation of sentient parasites. I don't remember what they look like off the top of my head, but they were small. It was kind of like the Goa'uld from Stargate. They would get into a person's head, and then they would control them, right? And so there was a point in those shows where they're like, we can't trust the the Galactic Council that runs the Federation because they've been taken over by these bugs, right? And then that storyline just went away and never got mentioned again. And it's just like, what? But what about the infestation? Like, I don't understand. What? How does this just not? So yeah, that stuff happens a lot in shows, and it's weird. Uh, it's weird to me that you would take the time to build up that storyline and then just basically seem to forget that it even existed later. Um, I think this is the lead one. Anyways, X-Files, right. So then, there were shows before X-Files that were in a similar vein. There was, um, Kolchak the Night Stalker, which got rebooted for a hot second. Um, and, um, I'm sure there were others before that. But, you know, it's like not military, government agencies. I mean, the military is usually involved, but hunting down some kind of supernatural. I think Kolchak was a private investigator, but like the X Files, they're FBI agents and they hunt down the weird, supernatural, alien involved kind of storyline. And then more recently was Fringe, which I really liked Fringe a lot. And Fringe was uh, an interesting show to me that started with the premise that a scientist who believed that theories should be tested in the real world basically was making all kinds of weird stuff. And so him and some of the other people he worked with were like geniuses. And so they came up with a lot of weird things. Um, Many of them, why I mine that coal without stopping. Why can't you mine this lead without stopping? And oh, well, I guess it doesn't help that my pickaxe is broken. And so it's pretty good. There was the scientist wouldn't work with the government. He was in a mental institution, and he wouldn't work with the government unless they brought him his son. And so they bring his son, and his son basically becomes his handler. And so then it's the son and the FBI agent assigned to work with him, and they go around dealing with rogue, you know, sci-fi technology. Eventually, it's all about parallel universes, and like Leonard Nimoy plays one of the characters who worked with the scientist from parallel universe, and it was pretty good. I liked it. I seem to recall that like the two universes were going to annihilate each other, and they had to stop that from happening. But anyways, that was Fringe. Fringe was it was good. I liked it. But it's in the same genre, right? It's people investigating supernatural things. It's not like the show Supernatural where they hunt monsters. There's not often necessarily monsters in these shows that they're hunting. It's more of science gone wrong. It's more conspiracy and, you know, hiding the truth from the population and that kind of stuff. So the people who did Fringe have a new series. And so I finally started watching Debris, which is alien spacecraft on an intercept course with Earth. Only something's happened, and the spacecraft is in pieces. Uh, and uh, and so the Debris from the spacecraft is raining down on Earth, only it's having weird effects. Now, I've only watched one episode and the beginning of a second episode, but so far it's pretty good. It might as well just be Fringe, honestly. They might as well not have even stopped Fringe and just continued it, because I'm not really seeing a big difference between the shows. It might as well be X-Files. I just they're all the same kind of show, so it's weird to me that a show would end. Um, I mean, it makes sense because, right, people tie a show to the actors on the show, so when the main characters leave, um, often a show will end at that point, and and so then they got to wait enough time for people who are fans, basically will swap over to a new show because they missed their old show. I mean, new fans, of course, will come along too. But yeah, it's pretty good so far. The first episode was interesting. There's not a lot of explaining what's going on so far, and by that I don't mean like I need to know the conspiracy and the different agencies. No, I mean they didn't really explain what was happening with the bit for the episode I was watching, and I kind of wish that they had some kind of theories, better theories as to what was happening than what they ended up going with. I feel like I feel like the at least from the the one episode I watched and the part of an episode I watched, that it's less unexplained technology than I was expecting, and so like the I should probably just split that into two. The so the I mean, it's supposed to be an alien spacecraft, right? So you would think that the parts that are raining down would be alien technology, and there is some evidence that alien technology is being used. There's these guys that teleport using something they swallow, which is some kind of alien technology apparently. And then there was a really cool scene where the two guys were buying alien bits from a black market dealer, and the FBI or whatever showed up to get the alien technology. It was like a sting operation, but had followed them and were going to try and arrest them. And so the dude dumped the piece he had on him into a drawer, and the maid found it. And when she touched it, it caused her to teleport through the floor straight down, and so she basically fell 14 stories. Um, and So that was a pretty cool effect they did. And I guess while you're doing that, I could get some more bullets, some bullet tips. And so that was fun. But then the rest of the episode was like a piece of the debris. A woman got near it, and it brought her dead son back. Only he was, whatever it was trapped in the loop of her memories. And so it just wanted to relive the same day that was the last day for the kid over and over, and after it would do it, then the person would it wouldn't have memories of them, so then they would, I guess, they didn't explain it, collapse, and then it would find a new person to take the place of the mother over and over repeatedly. But they never explained why. Like, why is that a piece of the alien technology? I don't understand. Like, it's. Uh, I mean, they haven't showed it, but I'm assuming it's some kind of spacecraft, and so one would assume that the bits that they're finding on the planet should be more like, Avengers, where they're getting the scroll technology from, the scroll invasion. Is it the scrolls? I can't remember. Mm, the scroll. I can't remember. I get those two groups confused. The ones that worked with Thanos and the ones that can shapeshift. Um, uh, but the ones who work with Thanos, the ones that they fought in Avengers, and then like Vulture used the pieces that he collected from helping clean up New York as a contractor. Those guys. I expected the show to be a little more like that, of people getting technologies they don't understand and then having said technologies, cause issues. But it definitely hasn't been like that so far, because the second episode is um, they can't even find the thing in the town they're in, and it's causing a wall to be built around the town out of metal objects. And then there's a guy in the town who can't remember something. Can't remember his last name, but he knows he's supposed to do something, but he can't remember what it is. Um, so I mean, I don't know. I expect it to be a little more technology alieny and a little less just psychic, if you know what I mean. But it's been pretty good so far. So I'm not saying I don't enjoy it. It just wasn't what I was expecting so far. All right. I need to spend some points here. I've got 3 points available. Um, so I know I was trying to raise this up. I think 3 points is what I need to get level 7 here, right? Oh, it's only 2 points. So I could do that, and then I could unlock. Nope, that's a level 8. Is crafting forged steel. This says crafting forged steel. I can't make forged steel though, because I can't make the crucible. I feel like something's not right with that. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and buy Brilliant. And then guess we'll upgrade to the motorcycle. I mean, I do prefer the motorcycle to the moped, so... but let me go 3 points. So what do I gotta have then to do the motorcycle here? So I gotta build a motorcycle chassis, which takes forged steel. Great. Forged steel. I can't make the crucible though, man. Can I? Can I make it now? No, it's still locked. I wish this told me at what level I unlock the crucible, because this thing says level 2 says that level 3 says crafting forged steel and electric devices costs 15% less, but I can't make it. Weird. So I need 3 more points to get inventor. Unless advanced engineering is the thing I have to unlock, because then I'll need like what? 2, 4, 7, 8, 9 more points to unlock steel. Ugh, but I did upgrade the amount of XP I am currently getting. I should probably do the brass too. Casing. Yeah, and then this week we got D&D with the other guy running it. So we'll see how that goes. I'm hoping to maybe get the, I don't know. It'd probably take me a couple more weeks to get the classless D&D to the point where we could try it. I don't know if I'll take one of the nights that I normally DM the other game to try it out. I may alternate like every other week that I DM. So once a month I do the one, and once a month I do the other one. I don't know. We'll see. Rocket casings. Plaster cast. Plaster cast seems like a weird thing to make in a forge. At least I think so anyways. Alright, make some more 7.62 ammo. Alright. That should put me in good standing next time to go out and do some more exploring. So with that, I'm going to call it a day. So be better in the small things. Lean into the light. I will talk to you later.